So I was talking with my wife this afternoon a little bit about a couple of different things. Her work, my work, stuff we do, things that we want to do, things that we try to do. And I wanted to kind of re-echo some things that I talked about on Sunday morning in our Bible class. We kind of went through an email that Jon Acuff sent out to his email subscribers. If you're not familiar with Jon, he is an author, a best-selling New York Times best-selling author. He is a writer. He used to do a blog called Stuff Christians Like, which is really funny, but he quit doing that a few years ago, which is kind of sad because it was really good. He's a humorist. He's a very funny guy, but really dynamic author and speaker as well. But he wrote a blog post, sent out his email, whatever you want to call it, for talking about the new year and people's New Year's resolutions, and talked about really kind of narrowing that stuff down to 3 categories and 3 areas. Things that you need to do, things that you want to do, and things that you should do. And he spends a lot of time on that. I may link to just the article that he did somewhere on my page, on my Facebook page as well, because I think it is just that good. It's really great. But he really spent some time on that, really went through it, and kind of got to the heart of those 3 things. And Dana and I were talking today and talking about the things that she needs to do or wants to do or should do. And I think that we are well on the way to at least starting some good things on the need to do list. I need to take a little bit better care of myself from a health standpoint. I need to eat better, or I'm going to have serious physical problems on down the road. I want to get in good shape, but I don't have to. I need to eat a little better. Dana wants to start up doing some of her sewing again, which I think is great. This is really, I don't have a whole lot of really insightful things to say today. So, all of that being aside, talk about that stuff, blah, 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 whatever. I'm going to talk instead about Star Wars, because I like Star Wars. Finally got Dana to go see Rogue One this past weekend. If you haven't seen it, spoilers, they get the Death Star plans. It's terrible, isn't it? I really enjoyed that movie. It was great. It was a lot of fun. A couple of things that came out of that movie. Just a Star Wars, a nerd point for you. If you like Star Wars, you will like this nerd point. If you don't like Star Wars, see you later. As I've said, one of the podcasts I listen to is the Star Wars Minute, where they go through the films a minute at a time, which is spectacularly funny. Check it out if you haven't. But I like my Star Wars. I have a theory. I have a crazy fan theory about Star Wars. They talked in this movie, the Imperials were getting the Kyber crystals from the Temple of the Wills on Jedha. A couple of things about that. Kyber crystals are the crystals that they use to power lightsabers. That's how the lightsaber gets its whole power, its whole shebang. I mean, the whole thing is built around this Kyber crystal. And so, number one, the Death Star super laser was built using Kyber crystals as the main power source. I really believe that the Emperor took the Kyber crystals and used them to construct the Death Star for 2 reasons. First reason is I think he wanted a planet-killing super weapon. That's just kind of in his character. He was an evil dude. Second thing is, from a Force standpoint, I think that he wanted the kyber crystals out of the ground, out of the way, somewhere where he could have them and control them, so that they were not available to be used to build lightsabers. I think that the removal of them was an effort on his part to influence the Force and to use the kyber crystals for evil and destruction, as opposed to using them for good and for protection and all of that stuff that the Jedi Knights were supposed to do. I think that is an important thing to note based on what we know about lightsabers and all of that mess. Again, this is all crazy mythology. It's extended universe stuff. It's things that the Star Wars nerds who watch and listen to this will enjoy and appreciate. The rest of you, feel free to come back another time. Anyway, kyber crystals serve two purposes: reduce the availability of them in the galaxy for the Jedi. I think that the Emperor was trying to make sure that the Jedi could not come back by removing one of the sources of their power and one of the things that makes a Jedi Knight a Jedi Knight. I mean, seriously, a Jedi without a lightsaber is not really a Jedi. So, yeah. Crazy fan theory of the week. And on that note, I got nothing else. Have a good one. Bye-bye.